Previously on the Great Ace Attorney 2. You might as well have chanted Chickadee China, the Chinese chicken. You have a drumstick and your brain stops ticking. Oh yes, I stabbed the English woman, and that's that very fact that proves I'm innocent. Did you hear what you just said? What he's gonna say is she was already dead from the poison, so it didn't matter that he stabbed her. As a journo, I have no problem plagiarizing other people's conversations. It was you who stole the poison from the laboratory that day. And it was you who administered it to the unwitting victim. What proof do you have that this witness stole the poison on the day in question? Alright, let's resolve this case. See what I did there? Okay, I'm back. I don't know if this is all going to be the same video. It depends on how much more of this case we got, because it feels like we're really close to the end. But anyway, if not, welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney 2, everybody. I'm NintendoCapriSun, and we're trying to prove that this witness stole the poison on the day in question. And maybe I should have thought about this in between videos. I haven't really thought about it much. My first thought is the pen, because I still feel like we're not done with that yet. But what else is there? Here's the reagent, but like strict secrecy. Beach hut plan is going to help us there. Like, it's got to be something here. We just presented this a second ago. I'm just going to go straight for the pen and see what happens. The proof, Your Excellency, is in the pudding. Wait, really? Okay, let's try it. A fountain pen? How can that possibly be relevant, you dummy? Well, don't call me a dummy, first of all, because these magical pens somehow seem to have enough ink to write many thousands of kanji characters. I believe they arrived in our country for the first time some 15 years ago now. This is wrong. This is wrong. I swear by a weasel-haired calligraphy brush and nothing else, these newfangled pens are merely a fad. Well, as a forward-thinking man of words, obviously I love my fountain pen. Suck up a soup pot of sumptuous ink and one's work is awash with words in the blink of an eye. I'm tilting my head. That's right. Fountain pens have a small reservoir in the oh my gosh. We're going with this. Into which ink is sucked up through the nib of the pen in order to write with later. What is all this talking of sucking up ink? Oh god, don't tell me. Oh yeah, oh but no. Oh, just as it's possible to suck ink up in the reservoir. It's also possible to eject it through the nib again, of course. Oh damn, that smile though. My word, can this really be? Oh, come with it now, oh my god. Well, Minimino-san. I mean, this is the only thing that had his initials on it too, so like, maybe, When you saw the deadly poison before your eyes in the laboratory that day, you used your fountain pen, your very lifeblood, to steal some of it, didn't you? Didn't you?
Yes, you did!
By siphoning the poison up through the nib and into the pen's reservoir. Ah! Oh, there goes the hat. Well, the hat's gonna be on his face for another 3 minutes here. More absurdity, that never happened! True, we've heard that there were procedures in place to prevent theft like this from the laboratory. But would anyone have thought to look inside a fountain pen of all places? No, I'm a little ashamed to say. That for fear of offending our guests, such a detailed search would not have been conducted. Well, this is quite startling, I must say. I remind the court that this pen was found in the clutches of the victim when she died. Exactly. Trying to figure that out for the longest time now. In other words, it was dropped at the scene by Minimino-san. Still, I'm not sure if that... So the crucial question is, when exactly was the pen dropped? Are you suggesting... The natural conclusion is that in your haste to act while the victim was distracted for a moment, you dropped the pen after you emptied the poison from it into her glass. Ah... There could be any number of alternative explanations. For example, the witness could have been using his pen to write down details of his conversation with the victim. In Poison, in his book. Now it's a poison book. And when shocked by one of her outrageous answers, the pen fell from his quivering hand. But, like, he barely talked to her. She shunned him away, like, right away. Well, that can't be. If it was, how do you explain why the pen was devoid of ink? That's right. As you can see for yourself as you examine the evidence, there would appear to be no ink present in the reservoir. Didn't it say there was like a little bit of something in there though? What newspaper? Wait, let me just look and see, because I want to get this out of the way. There is a very small amount of liquid still inside the ink reservoir. Okay. What newspaper reporter goes to interview someone with nothing in his pen besides poison crap? No, the pen was dropped after the poison that filled its reservoir had been emptied into the victim's glass. How exactly would he have done that, though? Like, wouldn't you have seen him do it? It's a very small HUD. Witness, what do you have to say in your defense? Well, I don't know. Just this. Oh, so this is how our modern justice system works, is it? You've said that like 3 times, buddy. So what if the ink in my pen runs dry? So what if my pencil snaps? I've already snapped 12 of them. Oh. I have a brass pencil here. I can always claw my way back into the game. I have plenty in reserve. That's nice. Claw. Very good. Very good. Ah! Oh, God. No, no, no. He's sticking me in the eye with one of those. Teeth! Everybody's, like, dodging. You claim I sucked the poison up into my pen. That's wild speculation. Nothing more. If you thought you could bring down a fine, upstanding citizen with a trick like that, think again. Looks as though it's going to take one final decisive blow. Tell him to write something with the pen on his arm and make himself bleed. You know, and if he won't do it, then we know he knows the poison is in there. As I see it, the situation is now very simple. It rests upon whether or not this witness did indeed steal the poison on the day in question. And therefore, it all depends on whether or not the defense can prove that he did with evidence. No such evidence could possibly exist. Pray tell, dude. I don't think so. Minimoto-san, this is how our modern justice system works. Sit your ass down. In the courtroom, you know, in the courtroom, evidence is everything. So said Franziska von Karma, I believe. Something you would do well to remember, because we are well past the point of speculation at this stage, I assure you. Damn! She's going hard all of a sudden here. Very well then, I call upon the defense to present the aforementioned evidence. This is it then. This will be the final piece in the puzzle. Let's do it. The defense can prove by means of this item that it was the witness's pen that was used to steal the poison. Okay. I wonder, I still don't get why we have this in here. Special indicator solution. Wait, can we use it on the pen, maybe? Except, how do we empty the contents of the pen? Well, maybe we can write something with the pen and then pour this on it? Oh, let's try that. Counsel, what is that bottle? This bottle contains the unique chemical reagent that can identify the poison in question. Ah! Ah! Yes, that poison is an entirely new synthesis of alkaloids developed by my colleagues and I. It would be impossible to detect traces of it by any other method. Or, from another perspective, simply with this chemical reagent, anybody at all could check for traces of the poison. A reagent? What? Yeah, that's right. One drop of the contents of this bottle on the tip of your fountain pen, Minimoto-san, is all it will take to spell your doom! Ah. Grr, arg. No, you can't. I won't. Your crimes are bad enough, but at least know when to admit defeat. Yeah, you tell that asshole. Your Excellency, my finger is off the side of the screen. The defense requests permission to carry out the test on the fountain pen at once. Oh my god! How many animations does this guy have? We've seen like 8 different ones. Trying to hold his head high, civilized, this advanced, head reform, we don't have to take a march to the form of the mighty pen of all titles on the battlefield of use. Holding him justice, righteousness, many. Oh! Susanoo, with me! Wait a minute, though! Wait, you can't... You're gonna give away... Okay, that was worth it. Did I do it right? That was a thing, wasn't it? Not quite. That was a Ryu takedown. Yeah, exactly. Man! The instant the first drop of the reagent touched the nib of the fountain pen, it was clear to everyone present. Drip, drip, drip goes the poison. When I saw it there in the lab, the poison, the toilet.
The toilet.
The devil got a hold of me, and I decided to do it on a whim. I excused myself to the bathroom and emptied all the ink down the sink in the bathroom, washing the reservoir out carefully. Well, you really did go to the bathroom. And then you waited for an opportunity to suck up some of the poison, didn't you? Into your fountain pen. Yep, that's right. Answer me one thing, Minimeno-san. Why did you steal it? For what purpose? Isn't it obvious? To find out what it was made of and expose it in an article. I mean, it was a secret project after all. Too juicy for a journo like me to pass up. Then why did the English woman end up dead? Because I was really trying to kill her. I went into that hut intending to quiz her on her situation, that's all. As a reporter. A known killer, enjoying full freedom, evading justice by leaving the country. I told her what I thought about it. It was bullshit! And she just laughed in my face. Ha 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 ha! Oh, what's this? A Far Eastern caveman purporting to practice journalism? Really, you must learn the difference between reporting and listening in doorways, you ignorant pleb. What did you call me? This country, with its pretensions to a justice system, to a free press, it's really very depressing. You see our superior ways in the West, yet you lack the mental capacity to emulate them. Get out of here, you oaf! Get out and crawl back into the cave you came from. I love how they never show her eyes. I mean, it's funny because her eyes ended up being the way we found out. That's what I remembered. About the deadly poison I happened to have in my pen at the time. I'm still not sure how he would have gotten it in there, though, without her noticing. What a terrible tale. In my head, I knew I should just get out of there as quickly as possible, but I couldn't. I couldn't let her get away with what she'd done, when she clearly had no remorse at all. Oh, I've got to find that shot of Ed Harris now, because this is the best Ed Harris neck I've ever seen. Oh, man. I suppose it was my journo spirit getting all fired up. I guess. Some people just do anything. I'd like to ask you something. Ask if something. Yeah, we got something to say. We got butt. Yes. You often talk about justice. But surely as a journalist, you could have used other means to deliver the justice you sought. Yeah, I just filmed the conversation and put that up. Well, that's the thing, though. They probably didn't have that back then. I don't know. There was no justice in the press. Sorry? After that trial 9 months ago, I kept digging and digging to find out what had happened in that courtroom. And finally, I discovered the truth. And it sucked. It was a cover-up, that's what it was. Wait a minute. No way. I would remind you of your position, witness. Be careful what you say. Oh, come on. Doesn't it strike you as strange? We're suddenly not allowed to convict a foreign national? Consular jurisdiction should never have come into it. And yet that puffed-up Englishwoman was going to sail away into the sunset a free woman. I mean, you don't know that. The only possible explanation is that behind the scenes, some deal had gone on down between Britain and Japan. What sort of deal? I'd done my research, dug up all the dirt, it was all ready to be published. But you know what happened? The editor just tore the article up. Uh-oh. Bring the editor in here! Well, you came under pressure from the government, you mean? If our government is going to let criminals walk free, if they're going to crush the free press, then what choice do I have but to see that justice is done myself? I kind of see his point, actually. I don't know. Like if, you know... Like if they try to stifle the truth, like how else are you supposed to get it out to people? I don't know. That's why I'm so glad we have Twitter now, you know? Let's not forget Minimeno-san. That you committed murder yourself, and you tried to lay the blame at the defendant's door. That's not cool, dude. I'm sorry, but you're no better than Giselle Brett. Oh, damn. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, man. The truth is, you have no right to talk about justice at all. Yeah, Ed Harris neck. I suppose. I mean, she's right, too. Everybody's right, you know? Court adjourned. Everybody was right. Let's move on. It would appear that we have reached a conclusion in this trial at last. Counsel for the defense, Ryu Naruhodo. You win! Oh, right, that's me. That's right. Oh, sorry, Your Excellency. Almost forgot. You're just musing in a manly way here. It's almost unbelievable this is your first experience of the Supreme Court. It was an excellent performance. In truth, if I didn't know any better, I think you were that Susanoo chick that was hanging around with that Naruhodo dude. Anyway, it must remind me of your cousin's exploits. Oh. Naruhodo-san. Ryunosuke me? I can barely say his name. The way he handled the trial 9 months ago, and the way you handled this one, it gives me hope that we are genuinely entering a new era of justice in this land. Aw, standing proud. That's very flattering, Your Excellency. Your Excellency. Hearing the defense you put forward today made me feel most keenly that the future of our justice system will be forged by you and your contemporaries. Thank you. That's a high praise right there. Especially coming from this mofo. So, Prosecutor Alchi, do you have any final thoughts? How does it feel to lose? What is that? What the fuck is that? Is that a beehive shaped like a house? Prosecutor Alchi, he's gonna stick his head in there. He's gonna shave off his thing. I, Takatsuchi of the Alchi clan, have been bested by a callow used not once now, but twice. If there was any shred of my former self left, it has withered and died here today. Well, don't be so dramatic about it, because you can try another case and maybe win that one. Gosh, your journey to cultural enlightenment sure took a while, didn't it? Silence! What is he doing? No, dude, don't do it! No, don't you dare. No, this is not funny. For that, it's a true path to Alchiism. He's just gonna cut off his thing on his head, his hair. One hopes that's the only way in which he'll be modeling himself after the witness. Sprig of my top knot, the time is right for farewell. Hope is lost forever. Are they actually making me feel for one of these doofuses? Don't do it, man! Like, you spent a lot of time on that. You spent a lot of money on that Rogaine! The Rogaine! He is crying! Oh god, no. No! No! Why? Why would you do that? You should have at least used shaving cream. Nobody cares. Everybody's got their eyes closed. Everybody! He's got kind of big hands, doesn't he? Oh wow, detective. Hoobie, he's playing Pokemon Violet. Maybe he's catch a shiny. Maybe he'll catch a shiny today. I can't believe that. Like, that was oddly poetic and like poignant for a pain for an Alchi. Now, in regard to the defendant, Ray Mimbami-san. Yes, Your Excellency. Please say it. I need to hear it. I reach my final verdict. I hereby find you. Here you go. Not guilty. Oh, wait. I missed the font from the... Or that was Spirit of Justice that did that, wasn't it? Yeah, never mind. Okay. We got the, what is it? Sakura things. You know, the tree leaves, whatever. Court's adjourned! Everybody get the fuck out of here! Wow, so that only took like 20 minutes to finish that up. I might have to put that on with the last video then. That'd probably be a good idea. August 13th, 2:38 p.m. Supreme Court of Judicature. Judicature. Defendant's Antechamber 3. The antecedent. It's over. My heart is still pounding in my chest, though. That's all I can do just to stay standing. Wow, somebody's revving out. Oh, there he is. Lawyers have such great responsibility, such a great burden to bear. Don't they, Naruhodo-san? Wait. Ah, yay! Thank you so much. You were so dashing in there. Ray and Father, can we go somewhere where I can be myself? Honestly, I'm so touched by everything you... Oh, no. I think I'm going to cry. It wasn't easy, but together we made it. I was on the verge of tears at the end, too. I mean, when he cut off that hair, I'm telling you, how can you not cry at that? The only reason I'm still here is because of you. Oh no, I can't take all the credit. There's the courage to tell the truth in there. You did wonderfully, Ray. So I would have to say that congratulations belong to you. Oh, my. Susanoo, don't be so standoffish. Sorry? We're friends, equals, and the trial's over, so no more of this formal super humility nonsense. It's time to celebrate with Pizza Hut. Do they have Pizza Huts around here? Throw caution to the wind. It's inspiring to see a man of advancing years throwing caution to the wind. I'm the great defense lawyer, Ryu Naruhodo, and I'm taking you out to a milk bar tomorrow. Or something. Right, I see. I'll think about it, Ray. At any rate, we really knocked the wind out of that horrid man, and it felt so good. Oh. Yes, it was satisfying. It really was. Isn't there anybody else we could throw together? Don't look at me! I'm too heavy. Well, actually, I don't know. Oh my goodness, no, of course not, not you! Oh, there it is at last, Ray's lovely smile. We've seen it a couple times already. So, you fought for your friend to the very last. As your father, I'm extremely proud of you. Defense Attorney Ryu Naruhodo. Thank you, but I couldn't have done it without your help. And can you just say my real name? So it's like it feels more like it's actually me that did it, you know? Anyway, it's time to bid farewell to Ryutaro, I think. I shall miss him in a way, but it's back to Susanoo Mikitoba now. So I'll never see him again then. What a terrible shame. Oh, man. Oh, teeth! Teeth and towel! The Teeth Towel Turtle Trio. Wait, but there's only two of them. What is happening? Ah, Sosuke-san and Inspector Hosonaga. Hope you've been keeping well. You're still coughing blood. That's a problem. Is that really you? Oh, wow. Yes, I had to change my appearance for, well, obvious reasons, I hope. But it's me. Susanoo Mikitoba. Oh, wow. Shouldn't we be doing this, like, outside of the building or something? I don't... So attaching. So divine. It's making me cough up blood again, man. But I don't even care. It's just a reality for me now. It's just how it is. At least I'm losing weight by losing some of that blood. Wow, devilishly divine, yep. I had no idea, Miss Susanoo San Esquires, that you were Locum Student Naruhodo San Esquire's cousin. Astonishingly astounding Ace Attorney! Ah, title drop. Poor Sosuke-san, so confused. Well, oh god. Wow, they were even worse back then. I still remember the first time I ever met him. He was in a prison cell in London. He had teeth. What an extraordinary conundrum it was that the unwitting student from Japan found himself embroiled in. Oh, there it is. The scales, baby. Hopefully we see that in case 2. But after Naruhodo-san's skillful defense at the Old Bailey, Sosuke-san was free to return to Japan. But he didn't go. Or did he? Wait, where are we right now? And now he seems to have earned himself great fame as an author. Well, that's good. I'm stunned. That's a truly impressive disguise. Even I had no idea, and I'm Chief Inspector of the Police Bureau. Who came up with Mr. Turtle, no less? Yeah. I'm not sure you should be admitting to that, Inspector. It's fine, I'm dying anyway. Amazing, you're a woman of many faces, I see. Just 2, really. And this was a once-in-a-lifetime event, I hope. A once-in-a-lifetime face! Oh, I'm not a patch on you, though, Inspector. Well, I am a professional, of course. Wow, he seems very happy for a man who has blood trickling down his left face. It's like 2 times in a row, man! I try to cough and my blood drips down the left side of my face! You do worry about him, yeah. 9 months ago, when he appeared here at the Supreme Court to testify, he was undercover, disguised as the head waiter of a restaurant. Oh, and he was there too, that's right! He really was all over this game, wasn't he? Then on the steamship to Great Britain, of course, disguised as a sailor. Yeah. Oh, and then there was that. So that didn't help you, did it? Kazuma-sama. Alright, crackpot theory. Kazuma is still alive. Y'all. I'm just kidding. From my perspective, I have to admit I have mixed feelings about all this. I mean, now the truth has been lost forever. Has it really, though? I don't know. What do you mean? Well, shoot, I'm talking about the murder that the English woman committed at the end of last year. Yeah, something about a coin, that's all I remember. A coin under a stake. Oh yes, it was an English doctor she killed, as I understand it. Dr. John H. Wilson, yes. Dr. John. He sang When You're in Love with a Beautiful Woman. The man I invited to Japan personally. Now he's dead. The mystery is, why did she kill him? And now that the culprit herself is dead, we'll probably never know the answer. Are we gonna find out by the end of this game? Probably. Like I was saying earlier, I think it's possible she may have been taking the fall for it, though. Because they always do tragic stuff like that, and you just never know. Of course, the way she was talking to that guy, it's not like I have some huge sympathy for her at this point. Anyway, on the voyage to Great Britain, we had a most unexpected encounter with Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Haha, the great detective, I mean. Oh, I can't wait to hear his song again. So good. Yes, I remember that butthead. Quite well, of course. Ah, my arch-nemesis, how lightly what his name? Well, according to stories published about him in the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, the detective once had a partner who helped him solve crimes, a best friend. And that man was an exceptional doctor of medicine by the name of John H. Wilson. Yep. So a lot of stuff in these games, actually, is based on the real Sherlock Holmes books. I haven't read a lot of them, but I do know about the whole Wilson. I guess everybody knows about Wilson, though. Like when he says, well, it's Watson, actually, I think. He says elementary, my dear Watson, and all that. That's about the extent of my knowledge, though, which is sorry to say, because I've heard they're really good. Can't believe that's a coincidence. I think that the English doctor of medicine killed here in Japan 9 months ago must have been the friend and partner of Mr. Holmes. Is that possible? And if that's really true, then how... Oh, God. Yeah, and then there was this girl. And the poor girl won't ever see her beloved father again. Oh, crap. So she was... That girl that they just showed was like Sholmes' partner, I guess? They kind of work together. She's like the Emma Skye of this game, but unfortunately I can't can't say I have the same feelings about her, for obvious reasons, but, you know, enough about that. I traveled to Great Britain once myself to study. It was around the time you were born. Yes, grandmother told me about it. On returning to Japan, I took up my professorship at the Imperial Yume University. But I also serve another role as an advisor to the government on diplomatic affairs. Yes, I was aware of that as well. In that case, I'm sure you understand that there are some confidential matters I cannot divulge to you. Even to me? Wow. He's gonna die, isn't he? Could you just tell me one thing? Why did you summon me back to Japan? Yeah, like she got the letter saying he was in poor health. It doesn't seem like he's doing too bad. It's been 2 months now since I returned. When I left England, I was so scared. It was because an urgent telegram had arrived from Japan. It said that you'd collapsed with a high fever, and you were growing weaker by the day. But there were also some names on that card, like Sholmes was like one of them, I think. There were a few names, and they were all like important people, except there was like one we didn't know about. I can't remember now, but there was... Anyway, that's what I'd like to know, because after that long sea voyage I found you in fine health, Father. Was there something in Great Britain that you perceived might inconvenience me in some way, or harm me? That's really the only explanation I can think of. Or he didn't send the telegram at all. Dear me, do you reserve your most cutting glares for your father, Susanoo? Sorry, my dear, I simply can't— Oh, let me go! Whoa, whoa, what? What are you still doing here? What? Aren't you supposed to be, like, in a cop car or something? Minimino-san! Hey, we'll let you go free, just like, you know, we let Giselle Brett go free, we might as well let you go free too! So go enjoy your life! So one throw wasn't enough for you? I've got one less thing to say before they take me away, Professor! Me? I know the truth. I know you had a hand in what went on. In that visiting student's fate. What? Visiting student? I think he's talking about Naruhodo. Oh, fuck. Wait a minute. No, he was killed by a cat. I'm not even making this up, actually. Well, I mean, he was killed by accident because he tripped while trying not to step on a cat or something like that. What are you talking about? What does any of this have to do with Kazuma-sama? Kazuma-sama. That's easier to say than Kazuma-sama. Kazuma-sama. Nobody here in Japan knows anything about it. They don't know that the guy never made it to England, that he died on that... Oh... You told me that Edgeworth died! He didn't! So no! Oh yeah, yeah. Oh my god! Wow! Oh, that's so cool! Oh well, I didn't expect to find him in here. Holy shit, this is so cool! I already like this judge a lot, but now... Holy jeez! What were you officers playing at? Oh man. I'm terribly sorry, dude, Your Excellency. I mean, you know, dude, I'm sorry. I don't know, man. I just... Wow, why is the judge hanging out with us here? This is so cool. I was coming to tell you that the rickshaw has arrived, Yujin, and it's a good job I came by. Yes, thank you for dealing with him. And I'll be there shortly. Oh, Your Excellency. Oh. Oh, this... Oh my god, I can't believe this. The trial's over. I'm not Your Excellency anymore. I'm just another schmo. Merely your father's friend. Seishiro Jigoku. I'll just call you SJ. Spirit of Justice. And may I say that since I saw you last, you seem to have taken on a more dashing appearance. Susato. He knew? Did he know the whole time? Did you know all along? From the start of the trial? Are you kidding? A judge sees everything, Susato. I couldn't let you take the risk. If Seishiro here hadn't known, and then he'd recognized me. So I had a word in his ear beforehand, as an old friend. So, Seishiro, shall we? Yes! Having ruled on that case, I am dying for some Pizza Hut! Oh, what a coincidence, we're going there too! We now have various diplomatic issues to address. Before you go, Father... Sorry, my dear, we shall have to return to our earlier conversation. He's gonna die, damn it! Ugh, he's so gonna die! I just know it. I mean, they've already killed Naruhodo, now they're gonna kill this guy too. But well done again, both of you. You did admirably. Oh man. Thank you very much. What did you think of my Seishiro sling, eh? It's been a while since I sent a man flying like that. That. Oh my god, that's amazing. Whatever could Father be hiding from me? About Giselle Bread, about Dr. Wilson, about the toilet. And now it seems, according to the reporter, about Kazuma-sama. I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna have to bring this up with Father sometime. When nobody else is around. Yeah, good luck with that. Judicial Assistant, Judicial Assistant Mikotoba Santa Squires, could I have a word? Oh, yes, of course. Sosuke-san. What is it? Oh, okay, here comes the big one. I have a feeling. I think perhaps it would be fate that we're meeting again like this now. You see, there's something I need to tell you. Oh? I believe in a thing called love. Just listen to the rhythm of my heart. That it may be related to the reason why your father summoned you back from England. This I have to hear. Please, Sosuke-san, tell me at once. Teeth! I will. I just need some Colgate. Give me some Colgate! As you know, my time in England was terrible. Cursed, I have no doubt. Such awful things I was embroiled in. Thank goodness locum student Naruhodo San Esquire stepped in. San Esquire, After he secured my freedom, I couldn't wait to get on a ship back here to my homeland. Having arrived in Japan, I submitted a report about my experiences to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The next thing I knew, I had a visitor. It was your father, Professor Mikotoba. He wanted to ask me all sorts of things about my report. My father? He seemed to be especially taken with a particular part of the report. Anyway, he left eventually, having thoroughly quizzed me. But it was the very next day that he sent a telegram to you asking you to return to Japan. What was it then? The particular part my father was interested in. I don't really know exactly. Well, obviously he was worried about me because he knew something was going on over there. But do you remember them? Those 2 terrible cases I was caught up in? Of course, I can never forget. Your father seemed to concern himself mainly with the second case. The second one. The one... Oh. Oh. Okay. Mr. Schultz forbade us to talk about? I thought he would have been talking about, like, the third case with the guy. With the, like, the carriage and all that shit. Because I feel like, I don't know if we ever really resolved everything there. Which is why the only case involving you that any member of the public is aware of is the first. Well, I don't care. I don't have to listen to what that oh, maybe he meant, like, the second case that he was in. Well, I don't care. I don't have to listen to what that dastardly detective says. Anyway, the point is, why is he German all of a sudden? I don't know. It seems that case somehow holds the key to all of these curious unanswered questions. That horrific, hideous, heinous case. The case of the haunted lodgings. Oh. Oh. That case somehow caused my father to summon me urgently back to Japan. I thought that whole business was over. But it seems I was wrong. Perhaps that was only the start. Perhaps the story is not yet told. Is it ever? Man, if we had like a direct sequel to Trials and Tribulations, where we got to hang out in that place in the summer with the bridge, and not have Phoenix fall this time.
So, the mystery of that English woman's death is solved, thank goodness. And having stood in the Supreme Court now, I think I can comprehend a little better. How you must be feeling as you fight for people's freedom in a foreign land, Naruhodo-san. But actually, I'm writing to you today because of another matter. I met Soseki-san and we talked about that second case he was involved in. Father has said nothing to me, but I feel certain of it. That case holds the key to some great unsolved mystery. My notes on the case should still be in the office, tucked away at the back of the shelves on the left. Perhaps you might like to look over them again. Today, for the first time this year, it feels as though summer has arrived. The sky is a brilliant blue. It makes me long to see you again. Yours, Susato.
Aww. Yeah, they always did have kind of a... You know, it was never implied that they had, like, feelings for each other, but maybe towards the end a little bit it seemed like, you know... I mean, regardless of whether there are feelings, like, you know, pink fuzzies and all that shit, you still miss the person when they're away, you know? Even if you're just friends. Save your current progress. Yes, I will do that. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, so... Wait, why do I have a... Oh, that's the autosave. Okay, my bad. We'll save over... You know what? Actually, I'm gonna not do that. I'm gonna save in this slot here. Just in case the recording didn't turn out, but if it didn't, well, the whole thing's screwed, because then he wouldn't be blind anymore, so... Yeah, we got plenty of spots here to use for later, so... Yeah, and who knows, maybe I want to play one of these again. Wow. I wouldn't mind seeing... You know, I always do, like, a preview of the second... Like, the next case, so maybe... I see Sholmes' silhouette there, that makes me happy. Also, I see investigation. Yeah, let's get a preview. We always do. Oh... The Resolve of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Interesting. That's why it's called Resolve, then. The Memoirs of the Clouded Kokoro. My Neighbor Kokoro. Let's look. I don't know how long this is going to be, but, like, it's only 39 minutes, so we got time to look at something here. I just won't save, and then we'll see this again, maybe in the next one. Dun-dun-dun! Wow, that looks like the village where that fourth case happened.
It was a ghastly tale of a winter's night. One of an invisible killer and a crime perpetrated on the pavement along Briar Road.
Again?
As the victim lay at death's door, the mystery of just who had stabbed the young lady from behind had been resolved.
This is not the same case.
But no sooner had my friend saved that Eastern Exchange student from his harrowing plight, then in the dim, flickering shadows of gaslight did a second bizarre crime rend the stillness of that very night.
Really?
I dare say most can still recall the sensational headlines of the day. Haunted apartment of death, the condemned criminal's curse, the dread demon of coal gas.
Not Colgate.
Yet, though the great detective had at once discerned the truth upon his arrival at the scene,
With a little help from his friend.
it only proved to be the overture that announced the rising of the curtain on a most tragic play.
Man, my mom would have loved this game. I love it too. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a fledgling lawyer just starting out on my journey. 6 months ago, I arrived as a visiting student of law, having made the long voyage across the sea from the Empire of Japan to here, London, England. And on the way, in quite extraordinary circumstances, I made the acquaintance of a world-famous detective. And then we ended up living with him. That was another cool thing that happened in the first game. He, offered for us to live in his attic. I would so sleep here. Currently, I reside in the attic of the detective's own lodgings from where I run my legal consultancy. Yeah, this is actually 3D here, too. This is not just a still painting. Because you can see, 3D objects, the perspective changing a little bit. I successfully defended a number of clients in Britain's highest court, the Old Bailey. But since a particularly grueling and unforgettable legal battle 4 months ago now, I haven't returned to the courtroom. In truth, I lost my right to return. Oh boy. There's another Mia Fey situation, huh? So maybe the last case will be that case, or case 4. Anyway, but that epic trial was just one small part of an epic tale. A tale which was now about to awaken from slumber. Thanks to a letter that arrived this morning from my homeland, from Suseto. Now I gotta go look on the left, down by the shelves and see what she's talking about. What a delicious smell wafting up the stairs. It must be nearly time for breath. I better go down to Mr. Schultz's suite and say good morning to the great detective and his flatmate. Yeah, she's flat, alright. Dude, she's 10 years old, fuck off! I'm gonna make jokes like that. I just told myself to fuck off, wow. Doesn't get any better than that. Okay, so next time, I'm not gonna show that again in the next video, because that was quite a bit. But yeah, and next time we start case 2. Let's do it. See you guys later.